Mark Bertig from First Commonwealth Field in Homer City. It's Heritage Conference Spring Sports Media Day. We're going to talk a little bit of Northern Cambria Colts track in our report powered by our friends at Robindale. Derek Bearer with me in his fourth season as the head coach, and winter's winding down. I think the groundhog was right for a change, Coach.
Yeah, I think so too, finally.
So talk about the expectations out at Northern Cambria.
Well, we have a much bigger team than we had in the past. So hopefully with that saying, we're going to have some more athletes coming out, so we'll have a better chance of competing.
It's tough sometimes with the smaller schools with so many sports and activities. Sometimes I think for some of these student athletes, there's only so much gas in the tank, and people lose sight of that.
That's right. We actually have a lot of kids on our track team that are still playing basketball, and they've been just coming right after that, once from football right to basketball, and then right to track.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of downtime, not a lot of time for a kid to be a kid, although I encourage student athletes to play as many sports as you can.
Oh, definitely. They love it. Once it's over, and you can't get it back. So
who are some, I know you brought a couple guys, we'll get to them, but maybe drop some names, some student athletes you're going to be counting on this year.
Ty Dunn for sure, Danny Farrell, Alex Piper. I think that's Gavin Rivera.
Yeah, I know I'm putting you on the spot. We don't mean to slight anybody, that's for sure. That's not the intent, because now you'll probably hear, why didn't you mention my son?
I'm sure I will.
Well, thanks, Derek, for doing this. We wish you the best.
Yep, thank you.
All right, we're going to turn to a couple of the athletes from Northern Cambria, starting with Michael Konitsky, a pair of seniors joining us. And, Michael, what events do you participate in?
I do the 200, 400, 4x4, and 4x8.
And I ask everybody your favorite.
Probably the 400.
What about competitions and meets? I know kind of the District 6 meet is one that's on everybody's calendar. What about for you?
Definitely. I'd like to place top 3 in Heritage and make it to districts.
What do you most enjoy about running events?
Probably getting new best, breaking my old record and being better.
Talk about that record. What is it specifically?
Right now I'm at like 55 seconds. I'm trying to break 51 this year. So.
Oh, good luck to you on that. What about aspirations for your track career beyond high school? Do you look to continue?
I've thought about running in college, but I'm just not too sure yet. It depends how this year goes.
Yeah, and sometimes that can be like a full-time job.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, we're going to bring your teammate Dawson Schutte in here, and I know Dawson from the fall season when I'm more involved with football. So, Dawson, good to see you again. What events? I'm assuming you're not a long-distance runner.
I ran the 2 mile once.
See that? I'm wrong.
I do javelin, discus, and shot put.
What about your favorite?
My favorite is probably discus. It's what I picked up on the best and what I really sit down and practice the most.
Talk about training for those individual events.
Training for every event has its own difficulties. Jav, you have to make sure you have your balance, and discus, you have to make sure your form and shot, the same as discus, you have to make sure it's perfect. But it's not just on the field. You have to work good in the weight room too and get that explosive technique up and the power up too.
So how is you as a football standout, how does that differ at all? Is weight training different? And is there a correlation between the two?
For some liftings, there's a little bit of correlation. For squat, for example, you have to it's still heavy weight, but you want to focus more on explosive instead of getting power up. You want to make sure you can explode up and get that force to that final push and get the big force in a short amount of time.
Dawson, what would be your overall goals and expectations for this track season?
Probably to get the discus record for our school. I'm through a 36-foot shot in districts last year, and I'm 4 feet away from that was under 4 feet away for our school record. So I'm aspiring to get that this season.
All right. Well, we'll be looking for that, and we wish you luck. Your senior year winding down quickly. It goes quick when you're a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, it goes quick, but you got to make the best of it. You don't get another chance to represent yourself and your school.
All right, Dawson, thanks for coming down and being a part of the first ever Spring Sports Media Day.
Thank you.
All right, Dawson Schutte of the Northern Cambria Colts. We thank all of their teams for participating, baseball, softball, girls track, boys track from Northern Cambria. Our reports are being powered by Robindale. From First Commonwealth Bank Field Heritage Conference Spring Sports Media Day, I am Mark Bertig on Renda Digital TV.